Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through Singapore Chinese Girlful 2024 Prelim question number 14. So this question is really talking about soil erosion. It is a process where the topsoil is being removed by by water or wind due to deforestation. In short, trees being cut off. You will have more of that soil erosion occurring. Okay, so topsoil is the most fertile soil for the plant growth. An experiment is conducted as shown below. The same amount of water is poured from the top of each of these three sections on the slope of the soil. So basically they pour water and the water will carry some soil away and then drop it into A. Likewise for B and C. Okay, the amount of soil collected in each section is being measured. So A corresponds to this part, B corresponds to this, C corresponds to this. Okay, as you can see, there is a certain relationship you can observe. Okay, when in this case, right, B has the most plant growing on it, and it leads to the least soil being collected in section B. Where A has no plants grow on it, it leads to the most soil being collected. Okay, most and least. So in this case, you can directly make a relationship, okay, in this portion, or you can at least conclude it based on these few ideas. So A, when there is no plant, it represents deforestation or deforested land. Okay, you have the most soil collected. This is the evidence given. So this represents it has the most soil erosion. Okay. Likewise for B. Okay, for B is completely the opposite. Okay, B have a lot of plants growing, or in fact it's the most. So this represents a forested land. Okay, then you got the least soil collected. Okay, then you will have the least soil erosion. Okay, certain reasons we can explore why we have least soil erosion is because there will be roots to hold on to the soil. So when the water wash away, it's more difficult for the water to carry the soil away. So for this particular reason, that's why you have the least soil erosion for B, and A, right, you have the most soil erosion because there's no roots to hold on the soil. So water, when water wash off A, it carry the soil away very easily. That's why it leads to the most soil erosion. Okay, so which of the following conclusion can be drawn from the experiment? Deforestation lead to global warming. Yes, this is a correct statement, but this experiment doesn't show you deforestation leads to global warming, because to show that it leads to global warming, your data collected should be something that is related to temperature of the surrounding. But this is the amount of soil collected, so it doesn't show. It is a true statement, but it doesn't show. Okay, so for this, I also came up with an explanation. Okay, while deforestation does contribute to global warming because there will be less CO2 taken in by the plant, causing to have more CO2 in the atmosphere or in the air. But this one only measures the soil erosion, not global warming. So this does not provide the data for you to draw this conclusion over here. Okay, so A is wrong. Deforested area have less topsoil. Yes, deforested area will have less topsoil, because over here you have, since you have more topsoil collected in A, right, that means over here will have less. Okay, because the amount of soil is finite, is fixed. If you got more being washed off, there must be less retained on the slope. Okay, so B is correct. So C, the roots of plants help the soil together to reduce the soil erosion. Yes, this is correct. This is the explanation for here. Okay, so when for particular in the case of B, right, there is plants, the roots will hold them. Even when there is water washing through, it's very difficult for the water to wash off the soil. Therefore, B will have the least soil erosion, or the least soil collected in section B. Okay, so the roots absorb all the water in the soil. Nope, this you can't conclude it. If the roots does, in this case, this statement is actually irrelevant to this set of experiment. Okay, for the reason being, because this question is about soil erosion, okay, due to the water passing through the soil. It's not about the water absorbed by the roots. Okay, while the plants do absorb water, the data, right, the data collected, right, does not support this conclusion. It does not support. Does not support. Okay, if you really want to see whether this if you really want to make this conclusion, right, then the data you collected should be the amount of water, not the amount of soil collected. Okay, so in this case, the answer should only be B and C. So answer is number 3. This is a pretty straightforward question. So but it can be quite confusing because A can be correct. Okay, but it is not being shown in this experiment. So with that, that will be all of it. Okay, thank you very much.